How's it going? This is Ren. I'm going to go over the company view, uh, basically how we make money. Um, First, there's three documents. There's the sales document, which outlines our coaching program. There's the company document, which is the structure of the company, basically how we make money, and the pro forma, which is the projections on what the company will make. So you are here. So this right now is the company document. This is a big picture overview of the company. I'll go through each one of these areas in more detail. First, we'll go over the ownership structure. We've got Johnny Williams, strategy, Ren, myself, structure, and then operations. We actually do nothing. We hand it off to the sub that manages everything. JV partners must go through our human development process, or they'll be our biggest risk. We'll go over the business rules briefly. These are our business rules, but this keeps us in line pertaining to any rabbit trails. Like these are our black and white. This is our rules that we check into pertaining to any future opportunities. And then I'll go over kind of the structure of the subcontractors and the affiliate outsource. You know, we're going to outsource everything to various organizations. We've got real estate, internet marketing, investments, IRAs, anything related to investment, accounting companies, mortgage companies. Really, the sky's the limit. And the reason this makes sense is because we basically, high impact will give any one of these clients a percentage, and let's just use 20% for example. So if they refer any clients to us, we get then we give them 20% of whatever it is that they end up purchasing. If we end up referring anybody to them, they give us 20% of whatever it is they do. And so it makes, yeah, it's a pretty cool process here. So for example, let's just say real estate. Here's just one piece of it. You know, companies that specialize in investments, they do property management, they educate investors. We create a joint venture contract laying out all the details with with the company, a real estate company. They then we then do the same thing to multiple companies. So for example, let's say that just one company has 10 agents and they sell, those 10 agents sell 20 homes, let's say 2 homes a month, 20 homes a month. So that's 240 homes a year for one company. So if you take 5 companies, you know, you're looking at 50 agents that are, for lack of a better word, basically working for us. They have 100 homes a month sold, 1,200 homes per year. So these are, you know, this is just one example of one partner that's feeding us leads and so forth. So it's a mutual exchange here. You know, and the other thing I need to say too is, you know, you take that plus you go into the mortgage industry, you go into the investment industry. I mean, you're talking about a significant amount of people that are funneled to us, directly to us. Yeah, I mean, it just, anyway. And here's an example. I use this just, it's funny, but it's just, okay, Billy Armstrong from the punk band Green Day. Let's say that he becomes one of our clients, okay? Now stay with me here for a second. So let's say for phase 1 he buys the software and we enter all his information and he saves a whole bunch of money on his home. Okay, so $3,500. Then he says, you know what, freak, I love this. I love the software. I love, you know, I I want to buy an investment property. What would that look like? So he buys an investment property, and we actually refer him to one of our partners that we have an arrangement with, and we get 20% of that commission. So 20% of that broker's commission. If he sells a house using our broker, we also get commission. Let's say he buys a commercial property and rents it out, $2 million. That we would get 20% of that commission from that broker as well on that commercial property. Let's say Billy's like, freak, this is awesome. I wanna buy, you know, my band. I want to really do some marketing. I want to buy a website. So he buys a website for $3,000, conservatively. And we'd make $1,500 on that with our partner that does that. So the total cash would be $18,000. Let's say, you know, for phase 3, he wants to invest in insurance. He a whole life policy, right? And we make money on that. So we refer him to our partner on that. Let's say that he invests in internet marketing, SEO type stuff, PPC, and we do $1,250 and we make some money on that. So this is all reoccurring. So the $1,350 is reoccurring. This is all lump sum, meaning we get it all up front, all one time. Okay. Now the cool part about this whole thing is the cherry pick, and this is where this really takes off. A cherry pick is, now, is this going to happen with every single company we work with? No, absolutely not. But let's say that we find a company, and you know, a blue collar company, and that the reason I say that is because that's where the opportunity is. A lot of blue collar companies haven't capitalized on the internet quite yet. So there's a lot of opportunity there. And so let's say there's a blue collar company, and I use Green Day as an example, but let's say we find a masonry company that does $500,000 a year. We go in there and we find out that we can be extremely competitive on the internet, and we find out with black and white numbers that we can increase their business using internet marketing. We can increase their business to $1.5 million in 1 year. So that's from 500,000 to 1.5 million in one year. We can do that. But instead of us just charging, you know, $2,500 a month, and hey, we'll do your PPC, we say, hey, listen, you know, we know for a fact that we can increase your business to $1.5 million, and in order for us to do that, we want ownership in your company. And they say, well, what's the catch? There's no catch at all. Nor is there any risk. If we don't increase your company, then there's no risk. But if we do increase it from 500,000 to 1.5 million, then we get 10% ownership of your company. So you can see that 10% ownership in a $1.5 million company is $150,000 just that 1 year. Well, what if you increased it to $3 million? Now you're looking at $300,000 increase that year. So when I say cherry pick, and owning, you know, a percentage of a company, you know, that's what I'm talking about. So if Green Day's band, you know, if we increase their sales from 1 million to 10 million, then and we own 10% of their company, that would be $1 million a year that we get each and every single year, because now we own a percentage of their company. And we actually outsource all that marketing. We don't do it in-house. Once again, we follow our rules. We hire the best subcontractors in the nation to do that. We don't do it ourselves. We sub it out. Okay, here's an overview of an ownership structure. We've got Dynasty Tool ownership, got Johnny Williams, Ren Bell, and then a money partner. Now, I have felt strongly about this for a while now, that this is one key piece right here that we're needing, is a money partner. Not somebody that's going to invest $50,000 and walk away and expect all this ownership without doing a thing. No, we're looking for somebody that's going to be actively involved in the organization, and actively contribute for the lifetime of the organization, not just one-time investment. Now, and so this is one key piece that we're looking for. Now, anybody that's wanting to be a part of the organization and do what it is that we do, that's where it brings into this franchise opportunity type thing, where we basically are going to franchise this to other investors that want to do exactly what it is that we're doing, and wherever it is they're located. So we'll break that up into increments. So if they pay $25,000, maybe they would give us 30% of whatever return they make. Maybe 50 grand lump sum, 20%. Maybe 100 grand, they get 10%. So, but this franchise is going to be for a lot of other investors that maybe want to only invest 50,000 and they want to do something on their own, like we're doing. This is an opportunity for them. And then here's an overview of the money partner possible scenarios. And I'm serious when I say this. Investor money partner requirements: 5 million in a secure account that is used and drawn on for building a system in 1 year. So we put that money, like in a kind of like what you do with real estate or anything else, where a title company actually holds that money. So it's not like a blank check that's turned over, but it's actually in an account that we draw from. And then this money partner would help direct everything big picture. They would work very few hours, and then they would have an equal vote with how we spend the money and what we do each week. $4 grand a month would go to Ren to pay for my basic needs, and $4 grand a month would go to Johnny to pay for Johnny's basic needs. This is not yeah, we're talking food, gas in our cars. I mean that's what it's going to take for us to survive. And then we would draw from this $5 million account, for example, for certain projects that need to happen in order to get this thing off the ground. So, if we needed to pay a sub for a website, if we needed to pay sub for SEO or PPC, if we need to pay somebody to package everything, so we would draw from that. But once again, it's not a blank check. It's something that we discuss. We go and we determine exactly what it is that this money is going to be spent for. Now, what is Ren and Johnny going to do for this money? Well, we're going to work 40 plus hours a week, which is, we're going to work 50, 60 hours per week, but minimum 40 plus hours a week to complete this project. We're going to meet with all the partners. We're going to negotiate deals. Basically, we're going to do everything. So the money partner does very little, but contributes in the big picture things. Hey, what is it that we're doing? What is it that we're working on? Where actually Johnny and I are actually doing all the work. That's what we're getting this $4 grand for, to do all the work. So yeah. So there you go. And honestly, that's the one thing right now that I think that's going to be key to taking this to where we need to take it in a big way. Anyway, all the best to you and your family. Wish you all the best. Bye for now.